Hello my sleepy bears, welcome back to episode 3 of Sonic 2 Let's Play, I should say. Today we're in the Mystic Cave Zone. We are still on post-commentary, unfortunately. However, that's alright, I just needed some time to... Again, as I said in the last episode, I just need some time to, relax a little bit, just lay down in bed, because it's been really hectic, unfortunately. Just a lot going on, not only mentally, but also with, work and that's going on, so it's just taking its sweet, sweet toll on me, which is why I had to go and get some donuts in order to try to help soothe the pain. And it worked. However, food is only a very slight distraction for me. Unfortunately, the effects afterwards, they are there even with or without food. So, we're in Mystic Cave Zone. This is famous to the pit. And if you do not know about the pit, then the only thing you need to know about it specifically is that it's not a bottomless pit, it is just a pit that only has spikes in it, so if you become Supersonic, and if you fall down there, Supersonic is invincible, so he can't die to spikes. So if you collected 100, 200 rings, you had to sit there for Supersonic to go through the entirety of it, unfortunately. Luckily, we did not fall into the pit, and I was unable to even locate it, so that is just double kudos to me. And with Mystic Cave Zone, it is definitely unique. The music itself is definitely a really big inspiration to it. I think one of the big things to stop this from being forgettable in my mind is the fact that the music and the pit itself was just very iconic in the Sonic Paradox series. And if you do not know about Sonic Paradox, I highly suggest you see it. You do not have to know anything about Sonic to enjoy it. There's complicated jokes, there's simple jokes, there's funny jokes, there's dad jokes, there's a lot. And there's a reason why, even as, a 9-year-old, I still found it amazing to watch. But yes, we get to hear, yet again, the amazing sound of Tails jumping all over the world trying to find Sonic. Which, it is not pleasant, but at least we finished the level, so that's good. Let me go ahead and see what's going on here. I'm just gonna go ahead and... Oh, yes, okay, I see here. I apologize, I was zooming in order to see what all we have coming up this episode, and we do have quite a bit. We have some of the more memorable and forgettable zones, unfortunately. However, it is all under 20 minutes, and that is what matters the most to me. If it is under 20 minutes, then I'll keep all the fails in. If it goes to, 25, maybe I'll edit it a bit. But if it goes to, 30 or more, that's when okay, we definitely gotta take some of these deaths out. As I do enjoy the little blue background that we have here. It's very nice and simple. It's very blue. It's almost a chronically or a depressive blue, if you might. But we just have a lot going on here. We're just taking it nice and easy here. Not too much to complain about. We're just taking it easy here. I ate salmon and... not salmon, tuna, I mean. I get these little tuna packets for lunch, and, they're faster to make and eat than a peanut butter sandwich, so I can't complain. But I think I had, a tendon in mine, I'm not sure. I just, chewed through it anyway, and then just, burped tuna for, the entire workday, so that was fun. But hey, at least I didn't microwave it. The tuna in the fish packet's already pre-cooked, so... you don't have to, and they actually recommend you do not put it in the microwave. For some reason, that's one of the work rules because tuna is really smelly, which I never really got. I mean, yeah, it doesn't smell good, but at the same time, why should you care? Oh no, it's gonna smell like tuna for one day, or oh no, it's gonna smell like tuna until someone cooks pizza or something else in it. Garlic is way more of a strong scent than fish. At least that's what I like to believe. If it smells really bad, just plug in an air freshener, I don't really get it, I really don't. Anyway, so as you can see here, we are using Supersonic in order to go and complete the boss, just because it is that annoying. And this is exactly what I was referring to when I said earlier about how I'm only going to use Supersonic to cheese the bosses, just because the bosses are forgettable. They're not good! If they were good, then I definitely wouldn't mind showing them off, however. There's very few bosses I'm like, whoa, this is iconic, this is something awesome. Most of the time it's just, look, it's Eggman in a vehicle in a pit. Jump on him. Don't get hit. Jump on him. And that's it. Speaking of that, we have Oil Ocean Zone. Where it is... I don't like the beginning of the song, but this part is definitely where it kicks in. It's alright. It's Oil Ocean Zone. I definitely don't forget it, but I definitely do not put it as one of my most favorable levels. I think it's alright, and I do want to mention here that there is... It's not specifically in the first level, but it's in the second level specifically here, where there's a lot of tricks and glitches and exploits that can be performed here. Once we get to a bit of a more iconic part, then I'll be able to let you know more about this specifically. However, with the Oil Ocean part, if you are able to watch your jumps, you can actually just, quote-unquote, swim through everything. Sonic, what was that? You just died there. Anyway, there is, quote-unquote, a lot of parts that you can swim through here, so that is definitely unique. I'm not sure if unique is good or bad, but you have to be really careful with it because it is really easy in order to get caught and stuck and die. You know, the things that Supersonic is, not invincible to. We do have these little squids here, which are very annoying. That's about as much as I can say there. We do have these little... I'm not sure how to call them. I guess like miniature pipe blowers. They just go boop, and they just launch it up, and that's it. That's it. Specifically, I said launch it up. Nasty. We have this little fan here that we're going to see it a lot. We're going to see the fan a lot here, where it's specifically going to try to keep us from going forward, and then it runs out of energy, which goes to show that wind power is not all it's cracked up to be. That's a joke. I would definitely prefer renewable resources over non-renewable resources. Well, then again, is wind a renewable resource? Yeah, you're gonna see me dying a lot here, because I hate to get techie, but I'm guessing they have this on as background noise anyway. Like, wind is a... I like to think that wind is a renewable resource, but we don't really have control over wind. The wind is just kind of caused by the atmosphere and the clouds, which I guess we can have some kind of influence over, but to have an influence over that, then we would need to either be aerodynamic or be able to take control and use a lot of energy in order to control the wind. And this is the part where I was talking about where you have to be careful where you're going under oil and stuff. But that is one of the things I like to think about. Like, water is considered a renewable resource, but really, Sonic, really? Water is considered a renewable resource. However, when I think about water, it's specifically in like water current stuff, which has to do with the height and elevation of stuff. And again, I'm not an engineer. I'm just someone that graduated through public school. So, I'm much more qualified in the Sonic demographic. Yeah, it's really hard for me to think about any of the quote-unquote renewable resources. There's a lot of the non-renewable ones, such as coal and gasoline and all this stuff, where we are told that there's a finite amount of it. You know, finite is the complete opposite of infinite. However, we haven't really found the finite amount of coal or gasoline. We just keep finding it, and we're just like, yep, we're still good. We're still good. And that's something that is very unique to me. I want to believe that we have possibly gone to the part where we're already getting low, or if we're not getting low, then we've gotten low in the past, and we've somehow found a way to create gasoline or coal using science. And that's just strictly protected under the government, so we do not have any access to that information yet. Or else, everyone would be making their own gasoline, and then gas stores will just go out of business. Except for 7-Eleven. Everyone loves 7-Eleven. I mean, you can't not get a Slurpee at 7-Eleven. That's against the law. Like, every time I pass by a 7-Eleven, like, I've specifically made drives to 7-Eleven just to get a Slurpee. That's how much I like Slurpees. Okay, so it's this part here. This is the part with the glitches I was talking about. In these little cannons here that Sonic is currently going around in, if you become Supersonic in them, allegedly, in the original version, you were able to get double speed, double jump, all the everything. However, I've never been able to do that, and even with me having Supersonic available now, I do not have the rings in order to perform this myself. So, you know, that's me. Because, of course, why would I be able to experiment on that? Also, these octopi are definitely annoying to me. But, yes, in these specific cannons here, there's a lot where you can have units, like you can get Sonic that has double speed, Sonic that has Supersonic twice, Infinite Sonic. There's a lot that goes on there, and specifically it has to do with the mechanics of the cannons itself. I guess due to them not being quite polished out as the barrels in Donkey Kong Country, which I want to go on record saying I hate Donkey Kong Country. I will never play Donkey Kong Country. Donkey Kong Country is one of the most infuriating games ever. I do not understand it. There was so many levels. I do not like it. I detest Donkey Kong Country. If you like Donkey Kong Country, that is cool. I don't. Anyway, Oil Ocean Zone 2. Now that I've gone on my hatred of a Nintendo game franchise. You can definitely go and say that I hate Nintendo. I don't. I have a Nintendo Switch and Nintendo 64. I grew up with the Nintendo GameCube and the Nintendo Wii, and I don't hate Nintendo. It's just there's definitely some parts that there's some games and some franchises specifically that I have not been fond of. Like, they were able to put Donkey Kong Country on the Game Boy Advance and the Game Boy Color, and I just didn't see it. I really didn't see it. I did not get it. I did not understand it. I didn't understand the reason behind it, other than just, hey, look, it's something to play. It's like, yeah, that is indeed something to play, I guess, depending on how bored you are. Then again, the Game & Watch games are something to play, but at that time, that was the best you could do. It was either have a Game & Watch or ask a friend if you can borrow their Atari 2600 or calculator. Which, that is actually how the Game & Watch... I'm sure I'm not the first person to bring this up, but that is actually how the Game & Watch started. One of the main creator of the Game & Watch looked over, and he was on the subway, and he saw an adult man just pressing buttons on a calculator because he was so bored. This is another part here where if you just do it right with the pressing against the spring and jumping, you can warp. I can't do that. I can barely play the game normally. But yes, that is how the Game & Watch started, was because the main creator of it saw that man was pressing random buttons on a calculator out of boredom, and he's like, you know what, I'm going to make a game for the average man. Now, the reason why it is called the Game & Watch is because, one, it was powered by a watch battery, and two, it told the time as well as played the game. So at any point, you could be like, if the boss came by, you can be like, oh, I'm not playing it. What was that? You can be like, oh, I'm not playing the game. This is a clock, of course. And if you hold the A button while you jump, or the X button technically, then you can maintain your height. It's not momentum, because momentum is left and right. I want to say the height, or is it velocity? The velocity, yes. Getting all scientific in Sonic. I'm sorry, I hate this as much as you do. Getting all scientific here. You can maintain the velocity by holding the jump button when you bounce off an enemy. So that way, if you miss rings, as you saw earlier, you can just keep going with it. And I do have to say, the reason why I do not like Oil Ocean Zone is because it is very confusing. Again, this is someone that's played Sonic 2 and completed it, not 100% mind you, but was able to just beat it and got through public school. It's confusing to me. I don't understand the level design or the level layout here, but nah, I can't really be all against it. There's definitely some stuff in many games that don't make sense. Although I will say that I am definitely looking forward to... I'm having, like... I'm getting Let's Play cravings, so to speak, where I'm like, you know what? I, for some reason, want to do a Let's Play of this game. I don't know if it's going to be entertaining or not, but I just want to do it. I don't know if I can do it. Like, I really want to play Dark Cloud for some reason. I played, like, maybe 20 minutes of it last night just to get a feel of it. And it definitely seems like a game that would be more streamy and less Let's Play-y. For me to make a Let's Play of it, I would either have to edit a lot of the content out, or just have to be really entertaining. So I'd have to edit a lot of the content out. Anyways, this is the part here where I was talking about, hey look, it's Eggman in a hole. Hit him when he's up, but don't get hit. But yeah, so the reason why I said that I have to edit out a lot of content for the Dark Cloud specifically because when it comes to Dark Cloud, it is a dungeon crawler where you just go around a dungeon that looks just about the same. You can sometimes pick up items that will help you, but most of the time you're just going around attacking enemies as well as collecting these spheres, for lack of a better term, that hold items that you will be able to design your own world in. So it's kind of like Animal Crossing with the mix of Shining in the Darkness. That's the best way I can put it if you've ever played Shining in the Darkness for the Genesis. You just go around and you are going through the dungeons and you are trying to collect as many spheres as possible so you can make the world back to how it was supposed to be. Again, it's one of those story-heavy games where I don't care about the story, but due to Let's Play law, I have to show the story. So, I'm sure I'll learn about the story or just turn my brain off when it comes to that point. Yes, once we either finish Sonic Origins, or Spyro, that's when we're definitely going to start picking up Dark Cloud. Just because it's a game that I definitely want to play. I've seen it like maybe 2 or 3 times. I'm like, you know what? That doesn't seem horrible. I like to do that. This is me getting stuck in the oil, and that's Tails dying in the oil. You know, go Tails. But yes, there's definitely a lot that I want to do. There's just a lot going on. I just want to like inhale a whole bag of pretzels right now, or finish my Twizzlers. I don't know. I'm hungry. It's 11 p.m. I last had lunch at like 3 p.m. So that's like a little late. That's Sonic Bob into the music, because the good music here is the only thing that makes up for this level. Yes, again, the one thing that I will definitely mention is how when I play these games and I do the post-commentary, very rarely will I listen to the music. However, I don't know what I'm going to do for Sonic 3 and Knuckles, because I've heard that potentially there was some songs that were changed, which begin to... all of that when we get into Sonic 3 and Knuckles. So I'm most likely just going to make it live commentary, just because it fits best. So yes, we are in Metropolis Zone, one of the worst levels ever. Worse than Scrap Brain Zone. And that's about the only level I can compare this to. We have 3 enemies, and they are the Starfish, the Crab Meat, and the Slicers. You will get hit. You will die. You will lose your ring so many times that it is going to make you think it's Cole's Cash. I don't know. That was really close, but we're not going to talk about that. Yes, if you've ever been to Kohl's and you got Kohl's Cash for doing an Amazon return, which I think is the only reason why Kohl's is still open, you were very aware of being like, oh yeah, I can use my Kohl's Cash, and it's magically gone. And yes, we're Supersonic here. I hope you enjoy it, because it's the only time we're going to be able to do it. Here we have some screws where we have to go to one side to turn it one way, go the other to turn it the other way. And this is the downside with Supersonic. Supersonic is really cool because he is invincible, but also he is really fast, as well as he jumps a lot higher and is a little harder to control him. The sensitivity is turned all the way up to the maximum, which is not great when you're in a platformer, to be fair. If you're in a speeding game, that's great. If you're in a platformer, that doesn't really help. I think that's why very few games today actually do have like a speed up power up, just because it's really hard to do platforming when you're like going zoom zoom zoom. Mink mink mink. But yes, again, the level design is very confusing. You have no idea if you're going the right way or not. It is so annoying. I'm just glad that we are going ahead and finishing out this level so that we don't have to worry about it anymore. And we are almost there, but of course, you know, we just have to keep getting confused. And I'm just really looking forward to getting a snack. I don't even know what I'm gonna eat. Like, I'm time to DoorDash something. But yes, we have finished the level. So yes, to Thank you all so much for watching, all my Sleepy Bears. I hope you all enjoyed. I will see you all next time with the next episode. Goodbye, Sleepy Bears.